On today's show, Cooper Flagg shows that his game has another level, and then another level, and then another level, and then another level. Mavs, Hornets, Cooper Flagg, 49 points. Who had 49?
This is Cooper Flagg, and you're listening to Locked On Mavs.
All five. I think that's a good question.
Good morning, Isaac. All these changes, I still got my dog, Dwight Powell.
Locked On Mavs, your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast.
No one's dying.
Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like back.
And welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member covering the Mavs for over 10 years. Thanks for being in every day or making Locked On Mavs your first listen each and every day. Making the Locked On Podcast Network the #1 sports podcast network out there. Today's episode brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use this code Locked On to get $20 off your first purchase. Joining me, as always, the post-game prodigy from the great Slightly Biased YouTube channel. What did you see from the Dallas Mavericks tonight, Slightly Biased?
Well, I saw Cooper Flagg drop 49 points. And, that's why we get out of bed every morning, folks. That's the light at the end of the tunnel.
If you listened to last night's show, the post game
really, thank
against
you.
the Timberwolves,
We can't thank you enough.
you earned this. You earned this show. You earned this game. You earned this night. So much more to talk about tonight's game. We'll talk about Mark Aguirre's jersey retirement a little bit. I was in the building for that. We'll talk about some of the events that happened there. We'll talk about the Cooper Flagg. We'll talk about Kon Knueppel. We'll talk about the Mavs against the Hornets. We'll talk about was it a block? Was it a foul at the end? We'll get into all that. But let's start here because Cooper Flagg has just shown time and time again that he has so much more to unlock in his game. He is not a rookie that's coming in and you're like, oh man, he's showing us a lot. This is probably like what he could do. He's got another level to his game. These floaters, these little at the rim things, he scores 49 points, like you said, 20 of 29 from the field. Like, incredibly efficient in this game. 14 of 17 in the paint, where he's just going to the rim over and over again. Left hand, right hand, floaters to the rim, little bunnies here and there. The Dirk fade with Dirk in attendance. Absolutely incredible. 49 points, which ties Mark Aguirre's career high, which is fitting tonight. Absolutely incredible from Cooper Flagg. And I kind of wonder if he took the matchup with Kon Knueppel personal, and that's when he comes out and shows like, hey, there was this clip where he was like I'm him, like on him. He was talking to Kon when he was sitting on the bench, and you just wonder if he takes these matchups personally. Kon Knueppel was obviously his teammate at Duke, but was also his roommate there, and so he comes out and he's like, all right, I'm going to show out in front of this guy. And also Kon was going off at the beginning of this game, and Cooper Flagg had to match it. And to me, that shows me that's the next level of Cooper Flagg. He's got all these skills, obviously. 3 of 5 from 3, incredible. We'll talk about his three-point shot. But the thing that's going to take him from a really good player with a lot of skills, that has a lot of tools, to incredible player, finals MVP level player that I think he can be, is he's a maniac. An absolute maniac. He takes these games seriously, and he goes at guys. He wants to prove that he's the best on the court. When he goes to Team USA camp, he doesn't just like stand in the corner and be like, I'm the 17-year-old playing against like 40-year-old LeBron. He goes in there and he takes shots. He goes in there and he plays defense. He goes in there and tries to show that he's the best guy on the court. And I think that maniacal attitude from Cooper Flagg is what separates him from a lot of these other guys that come out with incredible talent but just can't back it up.
Yeah, it was 29 shots. That's just that's the ending and beginning of it. Like, how many times have we come on here and just been like, man, I just wish Coop would shoot 20 times. Like, I don't want the 12 shot attempt games.
Yeah.
29 shots. And like you mentioned, just stepping up and realizing that, hey, Naji's out. And Naji's been the guy that's kind of been the engine of the offense ever since AD's gone down. So somebody's going to have to step up tonight. And it was Coop. And all of this, like, we're talking about all the crazy stats that he had tonight. He had 2 points in the first quarter.
I know. First quarter, I was like, oh, man. He's coming back. He missed the last game. He's coming back. His ankle may still be bothering him.
First quarter, I was like, guys, it might be over. Like, the Rookie of the Year stuff is going to catch up. People are going to catch on a little bit on what Kon's doing. Like, and then it was just an onslaught.
Should I out somebody in our group chat?
No, I was saying it myself.
Tim Cato was like, Kon Knueppel has been objectively better than Cooper Flagg. And I was like, well, I don't know after tonight. I don't know if you can still say that.
I think that was spearheaded by me saying something like, if you can still get good odds on the Kon Rookie of the Year.
Futures.
It might be
what
worth
is it
a
on
sprinkle.
What is it on FanDuel? I think we have that today. Yeah, but incredible.
That second quarter was just an absolute onslaught from him. 23 points. And it was just a relentlessness made a couple of threes, but just getting downhill and driving. And, hey, some of that was for a good chunk of this game, and they kind of stopped guarding each other after a while. But Kon was at least picking up Coop quite a bit. Yeah. And Coop saw that as an opportunity, and to his credit, I mean, he was beating him off the dribble and getting around him and getting to the rim almost at will in that second quarter. And he just kind of used that momentum, went 8 of 9 from the field in the second quarter, 7 of 10 in the third quarter. So, he didn't just go into halftime, it was a long halftime. That's got to be kind of weird for a player.
It was very long. It was like almost 30 minutes.
Right, and I mean,
it's like a Super Bowl.
I mean, these jersey retirements, they don't happen frequently. But if you play in the league, you'll have these experiences.
This is my third one.
I can't imagine Coop's ever had a 30-minute halftime. I mean, I don't know. College basketball.
Yeah, maybe the Final Four, but
yeah, maybe I don't know. But they come out at halftime and not just settle and be like, all right, I had a good second quarter. To come out and take 10 shots then immediately in the third quarter and play the whole quarter, I was happy about that.
He just has these flurries. Ever since preseason, we've seen it. These flurries where he just goes on little runs. You talked about it, he had 2 points in that first quarter and then finishes with 49. That's absolutely incredible.
Insane.
Can I tell you a theory? Is it just us in here?
Yeah.
Cooper Flagg, who's the guy that he watched a lot of YouTube footage of and watched a lot of clips of growing up?
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird has this famous quote where he was getting guarded. Larry Bird was getting guarded by a white dude in a game and goes, "How dare you?" He's like, "You're going to put him on me," and just absolutely destroyed him. And I wonder if Cooper Flagg has that. I wonder if Cooper Flagg knows that story and was like, "You're going to put Kon Knueppel on me? You're going to put Kon Knueppel on me?"
I'm here for that if that's the case. Well, there was actually I saw this quote earlier today. It was from what's the Duke's coach name? Shireman. Yeah. Wait, is Baylor Shireman related to him?
Are we talking?
No, I think his last name is Shireman, but that would be a little bit bizarre if there was a Baylor Shireman.
Isaac is yelling at us.
He is. Sorry. I'm not a college basketball guy at all. But anyways, it was an interesting quote that
John
said,
Shire.
John Shire.
He is a man, but he's not Shire man.
This is how out of tune I am with it in college basketball. I couldn't name the Duke head coach, but I'm like Baylor Shireman.
Meanwhile, Isaac's over here pregame going, "Guys, Nate Oates is here. And I'm like, great. Google's Nate Oates. He's the Alabama's head coach.
Is that a fan? Is that a fan of the podcast? No, but
who's Brandon Miller's coach
on the text line? Hey, Nate Oates here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there was a quote that said at Duke there was a practice where Kon Knueppel basically called out Coop and was like, "Hey, your head's not in it. Let's go, lock in."
Wow.
And that was kind of the relationship that those two had, which I love. I love to hear that uber competitiveness that both of these guys clearly possess. And yeah, Coop tapped into that to another level tonight.
Another level, and shows that he has even more of a level to go to. I mean, the shots around the rim. So I want to go 14 of 17 in the paint. Like, his ability to already hit those shots, those are so hard for guys to hit. Like, there's not many players that could go in and consistently to this level. He's played over 40 games in the NBA. This is not a small sample size at this point. We have seen him hit these shots over and over again against different players, against different defenders, against different kinds of help. They were sending doubles to Flagg over and over again, and he was making the right play. Mm-hmm. But these floaters, these guys that come up and try and defend him, I mean, like Diabate didn't have a chance because Diabate is almost the same size as Cooper Flagg. And so you're like, if he meets somebody that's at the rim that's the same size as him, he just rises up over the top and just finishes with the left hand. I mean, that call at the end, the goaltend, I mean, he just rose up, 156 left. Cooper Flagg just rose up to the rim. Was like, all right, I'm just gonna get as high as possible, and got up there. Goaltend call. Mavs are only down 1 at that point. And coming up, let's talk about the end of this game because it was absolutely wild, and I'm furious about that final call. Furious. I am furious. Come on. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by Game Time. I bet if you are at home, you wished you had come to this game. I always regret not going to games. Every time there's a game and I'm like, I should go to that. And then I don't. And then I watch it on TV and I'm like, this should have been there. There's nothing like being in an NBA arena. I can absolutely say that at being here as many times as I've been. And that's why Game Time can help you out, get you there, get you in the arena, So simple, so fast. You can do it in just a couple of taps. You can see the price that you're going to pay right up front. No surprise fees at checkout, which is absolutely crucial because I hate when I get to the end of paying for tickets or paying for anything, and you see all those surprise fees. You can see the view from your seat, too. So just like this, if you're looking, and you can see, view from my seat, boom, this is what you're going to see. So you can tell which end of the floor you're on, all that, what you're going to see. If they're playing, if you're going to a hockey game, how many times are they coming down to your goal? All that. Great last-minute ticket options, too. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use this code, Locked On, for $20 off your first purchase. That's LOCKEDON, Locked On, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Remember, it's GameTime.co, not GameTime.com.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, part of the Raccoon Squad, listening every day. Appreciate each and every one of you listening to the show, checking it out. We have the text line you can subscribe to, and you can get alerts, rumors, all kinds of stuff. Isaac and I are sending notes before games. We're sending notes during games. We're sending every single rumor we ever see. We also have the Everydayers Club. Subscribe to the Everydayers Club, and you get ad-free episodes of this show as well as access to our Discord. And we have a month free right now. Use the code DEADLINE before the trade deadline, and you can get a month free at the Everydayers Club. So subscribe to that. Links in the description and the QR code, all that stuff. All right, Slightly, I'm furious about the final play. Cooper Flagg hits a three, pull-up three, incredible. Gets a switch with Diabate. There's an inbound, and Gaff sets a screen for Flagg. Flagg gets the ball. Moussa Diabate, the center for the Hornets, comes up and is guarding Cooper Flagg one-on-one. Cooper Flagg ices him up. Exactly what you want your star player to do. He pulls up for three. Exactly what we've been asking him to do. Keep pulling up, Coop. We don't care what you shoot. You've got to put up that shot. That's got to be it. They only had 4 seconds left. He didn't have enough time to get into a lot of his bag or animations or whatever. He pulls up, hits the shot.
Animations.
Then the Mavs get a chance back. Flagg passes the ball across court. Kon Knueppel tips it. Great play by Kon Knueppel there. Tips the ball.
James.
Tips the ball. Gets the pass. And then Kon takes it up to the other end. Cooper Flagg with two hands pins it against the backboard. If you pin the ball with two hands, how can you foul the guy? That is my question. Slightly biased. Tell me if I'm wrong.
It was a foul.
Oh,
I hate to
I knew you were going to do this.
Well, I thought so too at first. I was like, no way they called that, but it was a lot of body contact.
If you pin the ball with two hands on the backboard,
Everything up top was clean, I thought. It was down low. But yeah, I mean,
so he fouled him with his hips. He fouled him with his.
He jumped into him. I mean, he
fouled him with his flag. Is that what you're telling me?
His hips don't lie, man. His hips don't lie. No, but yeah, I mean that 3-pointer that you talked about, that pull-up three to tie the game. I mean, those are the shots right there. Those are the shots where it's like, oh yeah, if that's going, then this is a completely different conversation we're having about this guy.
Imagine like 3 years after like 3 NBA off seasons where he's worked on his shot and played on Team USA and all.
I know that's all the finishing stuff, all of this, because he's gonna get stronger.
Does that just give you hope in your life? Yesterday we did the thing where you're like, if the Giannis trade demand had happened a year ago, maybe it'd be Luka for Giannis, and that made me sad. And now today I'm like, you know what? I got life back in me. Like I think I'm back up.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was just like it really was just like, man, I cannot believe this is what this team is looking like right now. And I was thinking about this during the game. Was this the most fun Mavs game in a calendar year? I mean, just all things considered.
There's been some wins.
In terms of just like expectations have now been cratered. Like
since they didn't have any expectations. Also, they lost the game. We should mention that.
Yeah, they did lose the game.
They lost the game. I mean, the Hornets. We'll talk about why, but I mean, Mavs lose the game. But Cooper Flagg going off and just carrying this team. This team is nowhere close unless Cooper Flagg is as heroic as he was.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, Coop was the only reason they were even in this game, at least offensively. I mean, you got some contributions from and nothing like efficient, really. B-Will was pretty good, but Klay was 6
I like how you said contributions, looked at the box score and was never mind.
But 6 of 15 for Klay, 16 points. 6 of 15 for Christie, 13 points. But he had some big shots late. And Klay's 3-point shooting flurries throughout this game kept them attached 100%.
Max hit that three with
19.
Max hit that three with a minute left to tie it 118. That was big.
Yeah, that was a huge shot by him. And PJ for being 6 of 19, I thought made some pretty big plays late. But yeah, it's been a little bit rough for Peach. But Yeah, I mean, Coop was the engine, and the reason why we want to talk about the reasons why they lost. You know, we've gone down this road before, but you get outscored from the 3-point line by 27 points.
Oof.
And you know, it wasn't. The Mavs put up 33 threes. That's not a terrible number, and for them, like 11 makes is decent. But you know, the Hornets went 20 of 41. Like that's hard to beat a team that's shooting that well, and they've been a really good basketball team for like a month now.
Yes, they have legit wins.
Yes, like
they beat the Thunder by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're just racking up these wins, and they've got a positive net rating on the season despite being 7 games under 500. Like, they're a pretty good team, and they shot lights out tonight. Kon was unreal. LaMelo, you know, just really one of the most entertaining players in the history of the league. I mean, that might sound extreme, but no one has ever played like him.
LaMelo's shot, when you see it in person, is hilarious. It's like none of his body moves. I don't know how he does it. It's like like a flick of the wrist. But when you see it in person, you're looking at it, especially if you're like in the view I had sometimes where you're looking like behind him and he's shooting, like you're shooting in line with him. You're like, his hair didn't move. Like it didn't go up and he didn't jump. He did like he flicks it like Papa shot. It's crazy, but I mean, he was great. He had 6 threes. He had 9 assists. His passing is just, you know, incredible. He's just such a unique player.
Yeah, I mean, the little set shot. I just don't know how he gets the range he gets on that shot. It literally makes no sense to me. It is like physics defining.
Do you think he just has insane wrists?
Yeah, he must. I mean, he really is. It's the worry where it's like, well, you don't want kids to shoot threes too early because you don't want them to like develop horrible shooting motion and shooting habits. And LaMelo's like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna shoot like that.
I feel like
forever.
that's LaMelo's answer to a lot of things. Hey, man, you're driving too fast.
His little, careful coming out the parking lot tonight. The roads are maybe a little too.
They're fine. I've been driving all over.
It's the sloped. There's little sloped ones that don't get sunlight.
That's true.
Those are the ones that might be still a little gnarly. Yeah,
they canceled school. They canceled Dallas ISD tomorrow.
Tomorrow, really?
Yeah, Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Oh my God, they canceled today. I don't know what day it is.
I thought like, there's no way they canceled.
I'm used to recording at midnight. I looked at the clock and it said it was Thursday. I don't know what day it is.
Oh man, yeah. When you just have to cover games like the Mavs Timberwolves game last night, everything just starts to alter reality.
So Mavs get completely outshot. The Mavs defense, I think, failed them a little bit, but it's because this Hornets team is so good. This Hornets team has been beating all kinds of good defenses, and they have their team makes. I did this on Lockdown NBA game night the other night, or I had one of their games. Their team finally just makes sense. They've had so many picks at the top of the draft that now they have guys at every position. You know, they picked Kon Knueppel, they picked Brandon Miller, they picked LaMelo Ball, picked Kalkbrenner, they picked Moussa Diabate. Like they picked all these guys, and now they're healthy. They haven't all been healthy until this last stretch where they've had basically all of them, and so they have the talent. And our Lockdown Hornets guy made a good point. He's like, yeah, they've been together, but now they've been together for a couple years. A lot of these guys, they have a couple vets too, and they can make sense of how they're playing because for forever they were just like these young guys that hadn't played together, that hadn't played in the league very long. It's like, all right, now you're finally stacking like days and time together, and now you're finally playing like a real team because it's not just like a bunch of guys injured all the time. You have this guy, you have two of the four, then you have 3 of the 4, then you have 1 of the 4. Then it's like it's just felt all disjointed for so many different ways for this team, and now they're putting it all together.
Yeah, I mean if you've catch them on the right like stretches in recent years, you've really seen the upside and potential with them. But yeah, like you said, they're finally all kind of playing together. And you know, Moussa Diabate is a real NBA guy. Like that's a real NBA player. What he brings to the table. And yeah, good. I mean, LaMelo is very good when he plays. Like when he's out there, he's a good basketball player. Kon has just been unbelievable, and Brandon Miller has been unreal this last month or so.
Kon 8 of 12 from 3. I mean,
insane.
When did he hit? He hit that 8-3. I thought kind of early.
Yeah, I think in the third quarter, and the Mavs just started running him off the line.
8:16 left. He hit his 8-3.
I thought we were approaching. What's Klay's record? 14. I was like, that might be in
14.
jeopardy tonight.
14.
Think about how crazy that is.
14 threes.
Think about it being like you're already Klay Thompson. Like teams are already going into the game. Like we cannot let him get open from 3.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's already Klay Thompson.
Like he cannot get open for 3. I mean,
you know the scouting report. The team knows the scouting report on him.
And then also over the course of the game to get so hot that you make 14 threes. that you're still getting enough space, or at least just enough to rise up. Crazy.
Incredible.
Enjoy Klay, guys. Who knows? Any of these games could be the last for some of these dudes.
I thought his threes were big too in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They needed that. I mean, they were just taking on water. It felt like a bunch of times in this game. I mean,
Klay, Naji, PJ. This could be it.
Well, PJ's still going to be on the team. But.
Oh, did I say PJ? I meant Gafford.
Yeah. Coming up, let's talk about Cooper Flagg, the youngest to have 49 points. The next couple youngest, the list is insane. We'll talk about that. And then I also want to mention Mark Aguirre, his jersey retirement, some hilarious things that happened during this, and just some awesome moving moments. We'll talk about that, including one touched my heart personally. Talk about that more. Today's episode of Locked On Mavs brought to you by FanDuel. It's the last call, final call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday to rule them all. One last kickoff. The final chance to get in on the action before NFL season officially comes to a close. Check out all the different NFL props and odds and things for Super Bowl 60. The FanDuel is making sure that you're right in the middle of it with a special offer just in time for the biggest game of the year. If you're a new customer, bet $5. You get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins, so make it count. Go check it out. We mentioned the Rookie of the Year odds. Cooper Flagg, minus 425. Kon Knueppel, plus 300. I think it was plus 4 not that long ago. It was 900 like a month ago or so. But so that gap is kind of closing, but Cooper Flagg's odds are getting worse for you. So if you're feeling that, go check out those. VJ Edgecombe plus 3,500. That's way farther. And then Cedric Howard, Jeremiah Fears plus 30,000, plus 50,000. I don't think they're going to get a chance there. Go check out FanDuel. All kinds of great things over there. Visit FanDuel.com to get started for Super Bowl 60.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Thanks for hanging out with us on Locked On Mavs, being part of the show, listening every day. Appreciate you for checking along. We'll have another show. Isaac will do a bonus later today talking about the Mark Aguirre Jersey Retirement, all the things that he saw in here, and so we'll have that. Slightly, though, Cooper Flagg, the youngest player to get 49 points, would be the youngest with 50, but who is the next youngest? This name blew me away.
So this guy got 50, I'm pretty sure, right?
He got 55.
Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings was 20 years old in 52 days. Cooper Flagg is 19 years old in 39 days.
Well, didn't KPJ? How old was KPJ when he scored 50?
He scored 50. He was 30 in 360 days, so almost 21.
30?
He was 20 in 360 days. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what numbers are.
Whole decade off. What decade are we in, man? Did they say 26 is the new 2016?
LeBron, next youngest, 56. He had 56 points. He was 20 in 80 days. The next youngest, Devin Booker.
Got a whole year.
Devin Booker was 20 and 145 days when he had 70.
That's crazy.
I think that one's going to stand for a little while.
Yeah, I think, the rest of this season, we'll see. I mean, I think CF could easily maybe get 50 if we get to these points.
We just saw him get 49.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you trade PJ and maybe NM, and now it's CF,
I can't
get a chance.
Can't trade PJ.
Well, maybe shut him down.
Okay. Trade him to the bench.
Trade PJ to a calf or a calf strain, quote unquote.
A quote unquote, yeah.
Not a real one, because those are going around.
Next youngest, Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, I thought DG sprained his calf today.
Daniel Gafford. Can we talk about that? Because very first play of the game, the first scoring play of the game for the Mavs, Caleb Martin drive, great dish, incredible pass, and then Gafford gets the shot to go in, and then limps down the other end. You can see him grimacing, and then Kid calls a timeout. 10:15 left in the first quarter. That's right away. There's a minute. That's a minute 45 into the game. Calls a timeout. Everyone's looking around what happened? And then you see Gafford limp to the bench, sits down, goes to the locker room, and then eventually he comes back. He came back not that much longer. 5:14 left in the first quarter. So Gafford came back, but man, the injuries with him, man, they need to shut him down just for his sake, just for his health. Let's shut him down for a little while. I mean, good Lord, it just keeps happening every time he plays almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest when it comes to DG. You should shut him down before the trade deadline. I'm just being honest.
I mean,
if you don't end up trading him, then great. But it feels like every game did he just have a season end? If he's not right, shut him down.
He's not right.
For the next week.
We've said that all year that he's not
I know.
right.
But for the next week at least protect your potential trade pieces.
Dumont is here. You think he could hear me?
PD. Say what up, PD.
All right, so the Mark Aguirre Jersey Retirement happened, and Isaac will do a show on this. He'll talk about all kinds of other things, but I have some certain things that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
The most touching thing outside of the Mark Aguirre accepting this and the pregame and all that, they introduced a whole bunch of players. So a bunch of players were here, right? Isaiah Thomas from the legend for the Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Marion was here. Sam Perkins, Jay Vincent, Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper. A bunch of guys from Herb Williams, like a bunch of the guys from those 80s Mavericks teams. And Dirk Nowitzki was introduced. And Dirk got an insane ovation. Like just
naturally
through his whole entire name. And think about where we've been in the last year or so. Think about the moments when Dirk was like away from the franchise, when we didn't know when the last time we saw Dirk in this building was. For him to be back for this, for him to be interacting with people, for him to be here in the arena, it was one of those like, all right, that touched me. Like, all right, Dirk's back. That's my favorite athlete of all time. Incredible human. He deserves it every time he gets introduced, and it was great. Dirk doesn't get introduced in the American Airlines every time. It's like when he does though, it's special.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this city, he's the highest approval rating for any athlete in the city of Dallas. Full stop. There's no one else who's higher.
Yeah.
100%. Have you ever met someone who's like, I don't know about that Dirk guy?
Well, the other day I said that Dirk was the greatest athlete in Dallas sports, and somebody's like, Roger Staubach.
Okay, yeah, the Roger Staubach guys. It's like, all right, Grandpap.
Okay, all right.
Like, Troy Aikman's been on Fox too much. I think there's some people who are like, I just hate Troy Aikman when he does Cowboys games.
Derek Harper started to do his speech. I don't know if Derek Harper prepared his speech. Derek Harper, also fan of the show, by the way, part of the Raccoon Squad.
Is he really?
Yes.
Shout out to you, Harp.
And he mentions the ownership groups. He mentions the Carters. He mentions Cuban. Then he mentions the Adelsons and gets a big boo and goes, we're not going to do that here tonight. We're not going to do that here tonight. Have not heard ownership get booed or sell the team chance or anything like that since the Nico firing game. And so that was interesting to hear that.
Yeah. Not surprised, though. They're going to get booed anytime they're on the screen or anything.
I agree.
That's just what's going to happen. It sucks when it's during a jersey retirement. I saw a tweet that there was like a fire Nico chant during Mark Aguirre's speech.
This was another part. Mark Aguirre starts doing his speech. He's talking about it's got to be from the heart. He's talking about Dick Motta, his coach, when he was there, and about how he did everything with heart, and how Mark Aguirre like put it on the line for this team. And Derek Harper's on one side of him, and Ronald Blackman's on the other side of him. He's like, these were my brothers that brought me in and accepted me and brought me in, and all this stuff. And then he goes, and no organization has done a better job. No organization has done a better job. And it kind of gets silent because he's repeated himself twice. And then some guy up in the top level goes, fire Nico! And like you can just hear it. Just like how you can hear one guy in an arena when it gets really quiet.
Yeah.
It was kind of just one guy, I'm not going to lie. Maybe it was that one guy, but it was just one guy.
I saw a tweet that there was a chant, so that makes more sense.
No, it wasn't like loud. I didn't hear a lot of people get in on it.
That is kind of funny, but I wish it's just like It
felt like to me when you're watching a movie and it gets silent and it's like a really bad movie or a bad trailer. Like, have you ever gone to a movie theater and there's a bad trailer and somebody like it ends and somebody goes pass? They're like I'm not gonna do it. Then the whole arena or the whole theater laughs. It felt like that to me.
Are you a clap after a movie guy?
Absolutely not. Absolutely, They cannot. Are you a clap when the plane lands guy?
No, never in a million years.
Come on, no, especially the movie. They can't hear you. They really can't. Although I'll clap during sport events when I'm at home. Clapping is more for me though.
You want to know the last time I clapped at a movie?
Lord of the Rings?
No. Star Wars Episode 3, 2020
That's
year anniversary.
Right. There you go. Oh,
Probably.
I thought you meant when we were kids.
No, last year. Probably for 30% of the movie. Just like Obi-Wan. Yeah, he didn't die. He survived the fall.
You have done that yourself. You're like, yeah, that's right. You were supposed to be the chosen one. Yeah. You're just clapping.
I know. I mean, that's the greatest movie of all time.
Jar Jar Binks got control of the Senate. Let's go!
Are you a Jar Jar Binks was a secret Sith truther? Absolutely. It's funny because
they have a Darth Jar Jar. You know that now. That is part of canon. They have it in Lego Star Wars, and they actually have a figure that's Darth Jar Jar.
So you know how I've mentioned if I were a part of Nico's PR team, I'd say, hey, dude, just play into the conspiracy theories. Just play into them. It helps you out. If I were a part, because, some people hate Jar Jar in episode 1. If I were like, hey, George, you should play in, George Lucas, you should play into the, just play into the bit a little bit. Give people that reasonable doubt. You're like, wait, is he actually a genius?
George Lucas, I don't know if you know, does not take suggestions that well.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe for me.
Pre-game, Mark Aguirre was asked about what Isaiah Thomas meant to him and stuff, and just starts bawling. And then Isaiah Thomas, Rolando Blackman go up there and console him, and it was a very moving moment. Mark Aguirre hasn't been on the Mavs since the 80s. So it's been a long time. That's 40 years. Yeah,
it really is. Really was a special moment because you could just tell it meant a lot to him. Yeah. And so it's important to treat your, it's obviously ironic to talk about this given what's coming up in a few days, your anniversary of, but it's important to respect the history of your franchise. Even if it's all the people who are involved at that time. Are any of them still even around the team? And well,
they've had the night before they did a night for Norm Sanju, who's one of the co-founders of the Mavericks, who brought them to Dallas, was a big reason why they actually got a franchise, then was the first GM. And so they honored him. He got a bobblehead. There's the Mark Aguirre bobblehead, but Norm got a bobblehead too. So it was cool to see. I don't think I've ever seen a GM get a bobblehead, but he got one. And then there's a guy, Keith Grant, who's been with the Mavericks for forever. They honored him a couple years ago. Mavericks have definitely done it. I don't know that I would go as far as to say no organization has done a better job like Mark Aguirre has. Because of what's happened in the last year. But also Magic Johnson sent in a video. I thought that was awesome. Childhood friends, Mark Aguirre and Magic Johnson were both friends growing up. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And then they had a clock going. They had a 20-minute clock going during halftime. The shot clock during every break, during timeouts, whatever, halftime, quarter break or whatever, they put time on the shot clock, right?
Yeah.
They put time on the shot clock. And then Mark Aguirre gets up there with 5 minutes left, and I looked at the people on my left, and I was like, "There's no way. there's no way." They turned the clock off at 4:50. They just gave up.
Yeah, they blow through those every time.
They do. That was insane. Every time. There you go.
Were the Mavs playing in some Heat game? Were the Mavs playing the Heat when they retired Udonis Haslem or whatever that was? I remember the Mavs were a part of some on the road, and there was almost, it felt like it was an hour-long ceremony at halftime.
Maybe it was that. Maybe it was Wade.
Was it Wade?
Was it when Wade got the statue that doesn't look anything like him?
Them doing Wade. Would you do Wade against the Mavs as hey, that was when you won as your chip?
Ugh.
Or would it be too much of a 2011 was such a bad moment for us?
That's tough. I don't know about that. By the way, Mark Aguirre, he was the first number 1 pick. Cooper Flagg, the next number 1 pick. I think that's interesting. Both career highs, 49 points. Kind of a serendipitous night. If the Mavericks had gotten the win, they would have capped it off. But honestly, they got the loss. And so,
yeah, and not the end of the world, depending on how you look at it. It does look like we're pretty stuck at 8. I can't imagine moving from there.
There's 30 games left.
I know, man, but you really think the Grizzlies at this point, the Bucks? Okay, so here's who's ahead of them directly.
Oh no! Tell me the teams.
The Bucks.
Yikes! Yikers!
They might not win another game.
No Giannis, whether they trade him or not.
They might not win another game this year. Utah. They're full steam.
Too much strategery over there.
They're full steam ahead. They are fun. We know what they're capable of.
They soak in those losses.
And then that's the only teams even within striking distance of you. And then it's Washington, Brooklyn, Indiana.
Charlotte has passed. Charlotte and the Clippers have both passed them, right?
Right. Charlotte might make the play-in tournament.
Incredible.
The Clippers are probably making the playoffs. So I think you're just you and Memphis might be duking it out for 8 and 9.
Me?
Yeah.
I can fight a Grizzly. Not a big one, but.
You think so?
All right, go check out the Everydayer Club. Go check out the text line. Both links in the description where you can subscribe to the show and get text alerts, or you can get ad-free episodes of this show. Check out Slightly Biased's YouTube channel. Great stuff happening all the time over there. Isaac will have a bonus show later today talking about the Mark Aguirre Jersey Retirement and more context for that. Guys, thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs. Peace out. Boom!
Please, God, trade Giannis.
John Horst, are you God?
Please.